はい、上田です。
You notice that as steps through that's removed from the slides. Because the slide statement is equivalent to empty statements. Just with new properties. The standard says like, for example, your call to a function close handle in previous slide, that's an audio use of close handle. He asks the entity close handle to obey the one definition. The above implies that if a function or variable that is already used inside the discarded statements, that can have zero definitions. But you still have to have declarations of the entities you use. Otherwise, the language doesn't know what close handle is. So this is the dependence case. What if the condition is non-dependent? Much difference. If they're used to be dependent rules, we can customize it with explicit specializations. Locally. With discarded something. So, we now know we have only this step, and we got some knowledge about what context the if statements is. Let's look at the demand. Characterize scenarios where the conditional compilation kicks in. We found two scenarios. The first one is relatively simple. The first one is the macro replacement happens within function definitions. The second one is the macro replacement happens outside function definitions, usually being used for replacing class definitions. Maybe a part of it, maybe the whole class definition. The first one is relatively simple. What makes this scenario simple is that the namespace is not patched. There's a clear separation of namespace and implementation functions. And we are only manipulating the implementation details. This may not hold true when macros are being used for replacing class definitions. We'll get to that later. So how do we replace this use of counting, this context play? And you need to remember that this project has no count defined. Using? No, that's for types. But let's see. So the first thing we do is that we test constant values. A big benefit of doing that is you get a hard error if text equals is never defined. From the undefined macro in previous slide, that is, if it's the S blank else. So now we need to find a place to define this macro, this variable called hefty class. We put it in the header. Now, what's the value to this variable? Please don't. As I mentioned, this variable has no count defined. So, you see, this variable delivers some information about your build, which means that if you don't know what that value is, you have a build problem. Then just let your build system solve the build problem. This is a single example. I'll stay on this slide for a while. So after done that, you need to remember that you need to unconditionally introduce the names. For example, you use the algorithm to provide a header, and you used glass interface to create a declaration for it. So example is that if the simple case in a simple scenario, it's a conditional operation. What if you want conditional declarations? So in this example, FP has conditional types. One typing one branch, another typing another branch. How do you get that? Maybe use context belief. There's a trick to do that. In the different types. Because the standard says if the declared return type of the function contains a placeholder type, in Amber's case, order, the return type of this function is deduced from non-discarded return statement, if any invalid function, which implies the other statements do not contribute to return type deduction. So we do found limitations of context-free in practice. Do you think we can rewrite this with context-free? The answer is unfortunately no. There is a property. In order to So even inside the concept for statement discarded branch, this line is still a definition. So we need the definition of the type, which is struct on square space 64 here. I can't just pre-declare this type and use it for creating the variable. So by complete type is required but conditionally available, you can't use it in concept with its discarded statements. Note that this example doesn't apply to the GZ file type in previous example. GZ file is a type diff to a pointer to a incomplete type, so itself is a complete type and is unconditionally available. So solutions maybe I don't do that doesn't work. Another option is another solution is somewhat flexible. If your implementation can be deemed disjointed, then you can replace the implementation with a build system. So if you down, split the definition into two translation units, and then choose one of which to compile. The solution is old school, but it's the basis of the next camera we're going to create, which is used for solving thematic replacements happening in class definitions. So if you look at this, the class definition is conditional. Typically, the reason is the data numbers are different. It's less likely for the functions to be number functions to be different, right? Unless your number functions types are implied by your data number. Now, how do we get rid of these pontiffs? We can replace translation units now with a Pearson header, which is supposed to be an interface. But the interface carries implementation details. That makes the interface depend on the implementation at real time. How do you put up this? So time goes on object-oriented design principle. High-level components should not depend on low-level components. Right? That principle is called dependency inversion. And high-level components should not depend on low-level components. I believe even at computer time. So the first possible response to that is we can remove low-level dependency from class definition using people. And the second sentence is both should depend on abstractions. And the first answer to that is we can create an implicit non-virtual interface allow substitution of implementations. That's type erasure. And it turns out that the library in question is already using some type erasure. Just very C style. The type erasure is wasted. I can't did it. Anyway, there's a prior changes. So I only keep the common structure here. There's an abstract class that serves as an interface. A concrete type to implement the interface using a member. Yeah, this is an abstract class that serves as interface. And this is the concrete class that implements the interface using a member object of type T. We store an object to that and refer to it with a dynamic type. There are lots more we can do with type erasure. And this is the input. So the point is that both of these headers can be included unconditionally in any of the build because it doesn't contain implementation details. So you see that the people's interface matches the interface we're using when we are looking for in type erasure. And then the header to contain the type erasure doesn't have to be, you don't want to include it in the translation units that you are implementing this interface. You only need this to implement the interface. If you want to know more about type erasure, tomorrow morning, back to basics, type erasure, go to that talk from Hotwire. So, dependency inversion is really a hammer. It's flexible enough to solve all the build time demands we found so far. We'll take a look at each of these. So, first example is simplest case. The build target bounded implementations, which means the choice of the implementation class is implied for a given target. What does this mean is that your field, your build target and the implementation class has a one-to-one relationship. So here, we are just computing the implementation class we are going to use, and then we can replace the first string or input into first string type erasure we saw in previous line. A bit more complicated. This builds up, you can also handle the scenario when your build setup can let you choose one implementation class. And so here I image the implementation class, the implementations I have, and map EU members to types. Let's say UI to choose the class image in single UI. are flexible. For example, CodeOps and VCC has been on C++ version for quite a while, but Docker basis is using C++ 17. So to use native tool chains in most of the projects, you get more language features. Also, for example, if you want to see some familiar latency messages from native tool chains. But what is the secondary tool chain is optional. You can build a side library and link to it conditionally. After that, make sure your people header can be shared in both libraries, both your main library and the side library. The type erasure header doesn't have to. Let's continue with more uses. So you can determine a set of implementations and select an implementation from it at runtime. Here I'm only showing the piece that how do I gather all the possible implementation classes conditionally. I'm just using split tuple as a type list. What I did was merely map, there are lots of ways to match something compile time with a runtime value. What I did was merely mapping command line options to factory functions that return with the backend for each tuple member. You may also want to try string variants, string visits, and pattern matching is exactly doing that. Here's the last case of flexibility of dependency inversion. How to test the other implementations that you can build. Well, here I'm using Doctest, a unit test framework that uses macros.